Welcome to the Homeownership podcast presented by Momentum Realty, located in Hanover, Massachusetts. This series covers all things real estate and the best practices for buying, selling, and owning properties. Now here's your host, Sean Maloney.
Welcome to episode 149, Choosing a Realtor. I'm your host, Sean Patrick Maloney. Thanks for joining me this week. This week I want to talk to you about an important subject, which is choosing a realtor or choosing a real estate agent. Remember, not all realtors are created equally. Make sure to take your time when choosing who to work with. You want a realtor who understands you and your needs. It's really important to understand that realtor is a word that's just thrown out there. A lot of times people say things like, oh, my cousin or my friend, oh, this person I know does it. Why is it that when we spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, and we're going to go to the financial markets, we go crazy, we do our research, we think about all these different people. Do we trade ourselves? Do we use someone? All these different variables? And then we make what we consider an educated decision. Where in real estate, oftentimes people just go with, oh, I know this person, so I use them. Well, let's be honest. This is the biggest financial decision you're ever going to make. It has to do with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. You want to make sure you get it right, and you want to make sure that you don't just end up with a salesperson. The Massachusetts Realtor license or real estate agent license is actually called a real estate salesperson's license. This means the person you're dealing with is a salesperson. At Momentum Realty, we call our agents Move Mentors because we actually look at them as both a mentor and a guide on the process of buying, selling, and owning homes, which we find to be very important. Because remember, when you're going through this process, you want someone that can both mentor you and guide you on the process more than sell you something. You've already kind of bought what you've bought. What I mean by that is whether you have 2 kids and you need a 3-bedroom, or you decided you want to live in a certain town, or all these different things going on, those are decisions you're going to buy no matter what. But what the other decision is really how to go about it, how to go through the transaction, how to make the right choices. And that's why, like I said, that mentorship and guidemanship that they give you is really ultimately the ultimate tool to getting the right home, to getting things done correctly. So when choosing a realtor, you really want to look, is the person a mentor and a guide? And if they're not, then maybe you want to think twice about hiring that company. One key element to look for is someone who answers the phone and gets right back to you. Having someone who doesn't reply quickly can be stressful when working together. In real estate, communication is the key. Communication of everything that goes on has to be going as we move our way through the deal. Whether it be telling both the husband and wife all the information, or just letting one party know, we need to make sure everybody is current with where the deal is at every given moment. So answering the phone and getting back to voicemails, especially, let's be honest, you're trying to sell your home. Imagine if you're a client calling a real estate agent about to sell a home. Let's just say it's worth $400,000, so commission roughly around $10,000. You want to know that if that person's going to take $10,000 worth of your money, that they're going to be on top of it. Because what happens when a buyer calls? If you're willing to sign a contract with them and they're already going and they're not answering your call back, how are they possibly going to call back the buyers? That should be scary to you. The phone and communication is absolutely crucial. You'll notice sometimes agents will leave voicemail like, I'll be back to you within 24 hours or within 48 hours. Real estate is really a game of now, and a lot can happen in 24 or 48 hours. And the worst thing is when you're left alone as a client and you're sitting there trying to think about what if, lots of times if given too much time, you basically have enough time to haunt yourself. What I mean by that is you don't know the answers, you're waiting on your agent. So during that time where you're waiting, not only are you frustrated, but your brain is racking a mile a minute because you're thinking, what if this, what if that, what if this, what if that? That's where having the right agent comes in, because first off, they would have guided you on the next time you'll hear from me is this, and then they would have been there for that call. They wouldn't have skipped it. So keep that in mind. Phone answering and getting back to people, great way to check to make sure you want to work with the person. Then try to understand how that realtor in specific is going to add value to your transaction. Is it knowledge? Is it connections? Is it experience? Is it something else? What is it that you feel is going to add to your experience that made you choose that agent? There's agents out there that specialize in marketing. There's ones that specialize in networking. There's ones that can tell you how to stage your home. There's all different options, but the biggest one to remember is how does it directly correlate to adding value to your specific transaction, and the idea of if you use somebody else, it would have been a lesser service. That's something very important to remember. Some of my favorite things to really kind of add value to my clients and what I teach my Move mentors to do is the connections. Connections and knowledge are huge. Experience is one, yes, it's very important, but is it the end all catch all? No, because I've met brand new agents that studied harder than agents that have been in the business for years. So when people say, oh, well, that person's new, don't discredit someone because they're new. I don't like that practice. Of course, we want to make sure they understand what they're doing. We want to make sure they're well studied. We want to make sure they got more advanced training. Over here at Movementum Realty, we give our agents an additional 80 hours worth of training, which is double the amount of time that even the license law requires, which is 40 just to get the license. So our people not only have 40, but really they have 120 hours worth of advanced training to make sure that they understand your transaction inside, outside, upside down. That way there, you're not like, oh my God, is my money at risk? Is my deposit safe? Are all these things going to go okay? Are we going to get the right one? That's what working with someone like a Move mentor gets you, is the knowledge that you're going to have a guided mentor in the experience, and you're not going to have to worry, am I going to fall off the next cliff? No, you know what's out in front of you because your Move mentor has laid in the groundwork. Remember, the term realtor in general is what we use for real estate agent, but it is a paid subscription. What do I mean by that? Well, Realtor is a private organization, so the only people who can call themselves Realtor are the people who pay their dues to the National Association of Realtors. One of the reasons people do that is because they hold themselves accountable to what they call the Code of Ethics, which is just a simple rule book or law book, as we want to call it, that guides us to making better decisions for our clients and holds us morally and fiduciarily, as well as ethically, responsible for our clients, which I believe is a really good thing. As a National Association of Realtor member, Movementum Realty really values it. But like I said, we did take it to the next level by adding in the Move mentors and really taking our people. They are realtors, they are salespeople, they are agents, they are Move mentors, which means they're well-trained, well-versed real estate machines that are ready to help you, really. So if you're looking for somebody to help you buy, sell, or do anything with the house, even just give you guidance about what type of repairs to do, and in the future of what your financial status looks like with the property, reach out to us over here at Movementum Realty and we'd connect you with one of our Move mentors. Thank you so much for listening this week. If you haven't already done so, make sure to pound that subscribe button. And also tell all your friends and family about this great free podcast that talks all about buying, selling, and owning homes. Check out our weekly newsletter, our blog, as well as our Facebook group, all found under the name Homeownership. Thank you so much and have a great day.